This is an example of a real passage. It is exercise 2 from the book E1, Presidential Medal of Freedom Winners. First, read the passage either out loud or silently. Then identify the topic. The topic is 1, 2, or 3 words that tell you the subject of the passage. The topic is usually in the first sentence, but not always. It could be found in the middle of the first paragraph, at the end of the first paragraph, and sometimes in another paragraph. Now you are ready to highlight. Take your cursor and find the blue highlighting tool in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. The highlighting tool looks like a splash of paint. It is very important to use the blue highlighting tool first before using the other colors. Left-click on the blue highlighting tool to activate it. Go to the passage you have just read and click on the word or words that you think is the topic of the passage. If you click on a word that is not the topic, nothing will light up. Do not click and slide across the word or words. If you do so, nothing will happen. When you do click on the topic, the entire word or words will appear as if it were highlighted in blue using a highlighting marker. Let me show you how to do it. Watch the cursor as I demonstrate how to highlight the topic of this passage. First, I click on the blue highlighting tool. Then I will click on a word that is not the topic. Nothing happens. Then I will click and slide across some words. Again, nothing will happen. Then I click on the words Norman Rockwell. And the words light up in blue, just as if I used a blue highlighting marker. Next, you must identify the main idea. The main idea is usually a phrase or sentence that explains the topic. It is usually found at the beginning of the passage, but it can sometimes be found in the middle or end of the passage. Click on the green highlighting tool, which is located to the right of the blue highlighting tool. Then go to the passage and click on any word in the sentence or phrase that you think is the main idea. Once you have selected the proper words for the main idea, they will appear in green. Again, do not click and slide, just left click on one word at a time. Watch me do it. I will first click on the green highlighting tool, which activates it. Then I will click on a word or words that are not part of the main idea. As you can see, they do not become highlighted in green. When I click on the words "was a famous artist," those words appear highlighted in green. Often the topic is included in the main idea. When that happens, you will see the topic highlighted in blue and the main idea highlighted in green right next to each other. Now you are ready to select the important details. Important details are usually words or short phrases within the passage. The words help describe what the author is trying to tell you. These details are the important points supporting the main idea. Usually they will be nouns, but they can be verbs, adjectives, or adverbs. They are usually single words, but they can be phrases. You will not highlight certain words like of, a, it, and the, because these types of words are not important in understanding the ideas in the passage. Find the yellow highlighting tool. It is located to the right of the green highlighting tool. Left-click on the yellow highlighting tool, then go to the passage. Click on every word that you feel is an important fact or detail. The program will not allow you to select a word that is not an important detail. Each correct word that you select will become highlighted in yellow. This becomes fun. Again, do not try to highlight every word in the passage. The computer will not allow you to do so. Again, do not click and slide your cursor. That will not work. Watch me do it. I will first click on words that are important details. You can see that they become highlighted in yellow. I will next click on some words that are not important details. They do not become highlighted. The computer will not allow you to highlight every word in a sentence or passage. You will only be able to highlight the important details. After you have completed highlighting the entire passage, you must summarize what you have just read in your own words. You can look at the words you have just highlighted. Start with a main idea sentence, then continue with sentences using the important details. You can summarize the passage to yourself, or you can work with a teacher, a tutor, or your parent. After you have summarized the passage, click on the word questions at the bottom of the page. You will be taken to a new screen. You can see that there are two questions, question 1 and question 2. Read each question and all 4 possible answers carefully. Take your cursor and left click on the circle next to the proper answer. Do the same thing for the next question on that screen. If you do not know the answer to a question, you can return to the passage by selecting the button Back to Text. If you do so, you will return to the passage, but you will notice that all the highlighted words have disappeared. You will be able to reread the passage again to find the information necessary to answer the question. Then click on the word questions again, and you'll be taken back to the questions. After you have answered both questions on the screen, click on the button that says Score. If you selected the proper answer to either or both questions, you will see a green check mark appear. If the answer is wrong, you will see a red X. You will only get one try at answering a question if you answered the question wrong the first time. Next, click on the right arrow in the middle of the screen on the right side. That will take you to questions 3 and 4. Follow the same process. After you have answered the questions, again click on Score. Then click on the right arrow. You will be taken to the next screen with question 5. After you have answered that question, click again on Score. When you are done, click on the right arrow. That will take you to the next exercise. Continue to follow the same steps through each exercise in this book.